So we don't have a lot of time to film this week, but we are going to get this car in rolling and stopping, what? Condition? Okay, so we wanted to start prepping the car for paint, but with how unpredictable the weather's been, yesterday it was rainy and like cloudy, and today it's hot and sunny and clear. So with how unpredictable the weather's been, we're gonna have to paint it in the garage. Otherwise, all of our hard work's gonna go out the window. Only issue is, even once I clean up my garage, once I put the wheels on this car, it sits so low that the fender or the quarter panel just sits on the back wheel, and there's no way that we're gonna be able to push it into the garage. So we have to take off all the suspension, lift it all up because it's easier to do it when it's off the car, and then put it all back on and then get the wheels back on, and then that way we can have it mobile. We also have to go through and finish bleeding all the brakes because I never did that. So that way once we start rolling, we have brakes to stop it because that's typically kind of important. Alright, so one of these bolts back here is stripped, or one of these nuts back here is stripped. So trying to get that one off is going to be probably pretty fun. I want to say it's a 13. Oh, that's why I need a deep socket, like a deep 12 or a deep 13. Deep 14, 11, deep 13. Okay, let's hope it's a 13. It's definitely not 13. Why can't the weather be perfect, Christian? Why does it have to be super cold and rainy or super hot? Why can't we just get a nice balance?
It's the desert.
Yeah, but we're in California too. Right?
Yeah.
California is meant to be like the
sunny place.
Yeah, well, like the perfect place. The 70 degrees whenever. Oh yeah. See, all you need is the right tool. What is the coolest color that you could paint a car so it doesn't get hot in the sun?
Probably white.
You think white?
Yeah.
White does reflect the sun. That's why we're in trouble with our polar ice caps melting, because the ice is white and it reflects the sun's rays back into the atmosphere or whatever, and it keeps us cool because the ocean water is blue, so that just sucks in the heat. So that sucks in the heat, melts the ice caps. Ice caps can't reflect the heat. We all get hot. That's how global warming works.
I was gonna say, like, get like degreaser or something. That might work. Well, it looks a lot more clear now. I don't see all the gum shells inside of it. Fuck! That's like nail polish remover.
I know.
There we go. Woo!
The thing is so broken. Look at that. Garbage. Okay, so I just went to bleed my brakes and my brake lines are dry. So I checked the reservoir, it's also dry. So that means I have to redo all the brakes now because it's now been emptied. So I have a leak somewhere, and I saw this nice little puddle on the ground under this front caliper, and it's coming from this banjo bolt right here, which was tight, but apparently not tight enough. So, because I didn't want to over tighten it. So I'm hoping that that's good now. I'll make sure I got the other side tight too. Okay. Both those should be tight now, hopefully. So we're going to try to bleed the brakes again and keep an eye on those to make sure that they're not leaking anymore. Okay, we check if there's bubbles.
Yep.
There's bubbles.
Yeah. There's a very few.
Will you check my fluids? Make sure I'm not running out.
You are good.
Good? You still have plenty?
Yeah.
Awesome. Still bubbles?
I don't see any. Not fresh ones coming out.
No fresh ones?
Nope. Oh, there's one fresh one. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more.
Nothing? Okay, so the brakes are bled, the suspension is adjusted, the brake fill on this Chase Bay's brake booster eliminator is crazy. It is so stiff, but I'm excited to try it out because it feels very responsive. So now that's all done, we're going to take the spacers off the front wheels, get the rims back on, and lower it and see how the car is sitting. Woo! Yep. Going to tighten these down all the way because they're just going to end up coming off again because I think I want to repaint them. Shh. What color? Ooh, who knows? Maybe not even paint. Maybe plasti dip. Who knows though? Who knows? Who knows besides me? Christian doesn't even know. And he's behind the camera. He doesn't even know what. Well, he knows what color, but he doesn't know if I'm going to paint it or plasti dip with the top coat of plasti dip. Who knows what I'm gonna do. Here's something you have to learn about me is my taste changes all the time and I can never make up my mind. So we're gonna be trying a lot of different stuff on this car, and this car will go through a lot of trials and tribulations until we get it just right. But this car will never be done. There'll never be an end to this car. I will never be satisfied. But that's how a car should be. You should never be done. Just do this nice and slow. That's really how it's going to sit now. Actually, it's not quite how it's gonna sit because my jack is stuck under there. All right, so that's what we did for today. So we got the wheels back on and we got the suspension, not where it's gonna stay, but where it's gonna be for right now. That way we could roll it in and out of the garage to paint it and whatever else we might need to do. So we'll walk you around the car real quick and show you how it looks. So we have the over fenders taped up right now to see kind of how far out they're gonna go. So once we put these on and we cut the inside of the quarter panel right here, this wheel will be lowered back all the way down to where it tucks up like nicely right up in here. Not super tucked, but more than what it is right now. And that's how that's gonna look. All right, so that's it for today's episode. We didn't get a lot done, but now we can roll the car in and out of the garage as we need to. And next week we do have the pistons coming in. They should actually be here in like 2 days, but they didn't make it in time for this episode. So now I just need to find a machine shop that's not out of business. That way they could hot tank it and machine my head and all that stuff. So that's something I look forward to. So right now, me and camera guy Christian, we're gonna go to the store. We're gonna go get some storage containers so we can finish packing up the garage. That way this baby can be rolled into the garage, so we don't have to hope that the weather is good outside. We can just film no matter what, because it's gonna start getting really cold and rainy and all that stuff. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. That is really hot to sit on. I gotta go. Any bubbles?